So I had this talk with my friend this week about a problem that he has in regards of on the topic of he can't focus on important things for a long period of time, or even getting to do the things that he wants to do. In his case, he wants to become a personal trainer for athletes in track and so those sorts. So his work mostly revolves around writing programs, nutrition, and just managing other people and everything like that. And the other things are not related that much to his field, but just in general, reading books, spending less time on his phone, doing the more important things that he deems worthier. And I've written the whole video down, so this video will be on this principle that I've written this video beforehand, so it goes through smoothly. I hope it seems a bit smoother, not so all over the place. So the first thing that we talked about, I told him about, is the problem with his phone. He says he spends too much time on his phone, and the main problem that when this problem occurs, it's because of the central thing that's called dopamine. Probably heard of that, but to go in a little bit deeper, imagine your dopamine as dopamine levels as a lemon, and each activity that you do, you squeeze a little bit out, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, and by the end of the day, you squeeze out that lemon. But each day you wake up, you start with a fresh new lemon. So another day of squeezing. And certain things, certain activities squeeze that lemon a bit more than others. And the things that do that are like social media, the really fast and easy dopamine hits, because our brain is wired to, evolutionarily, it's wired to hunt the dopamine pleasure. And if something gives it to you really fast and in large amounts, your brain wouldn't want to do anything else than just that, because it learned through evolution that things that give you dopamine are good for you. But in this case, it's not, because it's counterproductive to everything else you want to do. So back to the analogy of a lemon, you start off with a fresh new lemon every day, and when you jump on your phone the first thing in the morning, you squeeze it, but the fast, quick, easy dopamine squeezes it the most out of everything. And I told him in the morning you should do the important things, like I've started to do. I go to work at 7 o'clock, but I've learned that if I wake up 1 hour earlier and do the things that I want to do, let's say in my case right now, I'm building websites, building offers, and everything that falls into that category. And when you and I figured out that later at night, when I usually did that at say 10, 11 p.m., I was really tired. I couldn't think very well. I wasn't really motivated, just wanted to go to sleep. But I've learned that if I wake up in the morning 1 hour earlier, I can get that 1 hour of pure focus and do the important thing that I want to do. And this is not easy to do, I'd say. It really has a lot to do with your sleep. I also go to bed 1 hour early now, not at midnight, but at 11 p.m. So I generally sleep for 7 hours. And this wasn't in an instant. I had to do this for a few days, or let's say a week, to get accustomed to that, waking up at 6 p.m. that I hadn't done for about a year. I always woke up around 7, but as soon as I got used to that, it's actually pretty easy for me for that from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. to just work without distractions, no music, no nothing, just work. And it's actually getting easier and easier. And now I'm also thinking of waking up actually at 5 p.m. to get 2 hours done instead of just 1, and also going to sleep earlier at 10 o'clock. And when we get back to the screen time problem, I've also started tracking my screen time. I have an Excel spreadsheet. When I put that in, I can identify where I mess up and on what days easier because of that. And I've given him I told him a solution are screen time blockers. Let's say I use Opal on iPhone. It's only available on iPhone, but tools like that help you. In my case, Opal has a function where you can block out certain sessions. I have it blocked from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. So I can't get on my phone in the morning till I get to my job to work. That prevents me from mindlessly scrolling right after I woke up and not being for too long on my phone at night, so I get to bed on time. The thing with these tools, you shouldn't be ashamed of using that, because in today's age, attention spans are really, really bad, and if you have to use a tool like me, use it. It will help you. No matter how you feel right now about that you feel ashamed that you have to use these tools because it's getting that bad, and I know how it feels. It's just your advantage to use these tools, and I recommend them. I found it very helpful. But you won't do these things, or you won't feel the need to do these things if you don't have a goal and a really, really big reason why. I always will emphasize setting goals and why you want to do that, because nobody ever achieved nothing without setting clear goals. Because you wake up at 6 p.m. Why? You don't know why. You won't last with that because it doesn't align with your goals or beliefs or anything that you set, because you don't set anything. And goals are really important to actually help you with achieving these things. And this whole thing of focusing in deep work, like I said, it's got a lot to do with dopamine and your attention span and dopamine receptors being absolutely fried because of mindlessly scrolling on your phone. If you go into your phone right now and go look at how much you actually spend in your phone, you'll be shocked. If you don't already track that, you'll be shocked on how much actual time you waste on your phone. And I'm not saying like, okay, you're at work on a break, you got nothing to do, or some really random things when you actually don't have nothing to do at that time, or by your side to, let's say, read a book. I say it's acceptable, but still try to refrain from those things. And if you go look at your phone pickup counter, you actually see how many times you pick up your phone, and it's not even that you check something, it's just habit. You grab your phone, look at the screen, put it back down. And you'll see by those two metrics you really spend a lot of time that you could spend on doing something else on your phone. Right now I've started bringing books to work. So I've started ordering my lunch at the nearest place I can, get there in 5 minutes, let's say, eat, go straight back as fast as I can and start reading, and I can get an extra of 20 to 15 minutes of reading at my lunch break instead of taking my time with my food, being on my phone, getting back, making coffee, sitting down and getting back to work. I get back, read and start working again, so I can get those extra hours in, extra minutes in for my reading. And yeah, you could say those 10, 15, 20 minutes won't make a difference, but when you count up those numbers over, let's say, a working year, let's say in those 15 minutes I read about 5 to 6 pages, that's around, I think, off the top of my head, I don't know how many actual working days are in a year, but around 1,800 to 1,200 pages extra per year. Those are those books I have up there. Let's say that's a whole one of those Tony Robbins Money Master the Game. That's about 900 pages. Let's say that's one extra book, and that's a thick book. You actually read extra because of those 15 minutes that you take not on your phone. And with that, you also help yourself to focus on things that are not actually that stimulating for your brain. Just not being on your phone if you're on a bus or in your car on the drive, and let's say it's a traffic jam. You don't quickly go to your phone and waste time on your phone, it's still illegal, but you know, we all hop on our phones as soon as we get a chance. You can just be with your thoughts, think through the day, going on walks without your phone, or with your phone but not listening to any music, nothing, just clearing your brain out, and your thoughts will also help you with focus and just focused work. You will achieve a lot more, because let's say we both have 8 hours of work that we do by ourselves, not at work, but let's say an analogy that at home we both work 8 hours, we both input 8 hours, but the important thing is how much actual focused work you did. I can say, yes, I worked for 8 hours, but 5.5 hours were spent on my phone or just doing some random shit. But me, that I actually can focus on work and just focused work, I get, let's say, 7 hours, 6.5 hours in. That's 5 more actual focused hours that I have. It will take you basically a whole week to get those focused hours in that I get in a day, and that really stacks up quickly, and that's the important thing. And in today's day and age, it will get harder and harder to focus on the less important things and the things that separate you from others, acquiring new skills or learning something new, just working focus work, and those things will really set you apart from others and your competition, and you'll shine more if you don't want to be an entrepreneur like me, just at work, it will be easier for you to stand out from the rest and get a raise and all of those stuff. I hope this video opened your mind to this thing and helped you realize what you actually have to do. Thank you.